Good afternoon, all. Our topic for the presentation is a case study of AIG. Our group members are Dia Joy, myself, Dinoy, and George Joseph. This slide shows the introduction or the overview of American International Group AIG. AIG is a world leader in insurance and financial services. It is headquartered in New York City and operates in more than 130 countries and jurisdictions. Its primary activities include general insurance and life insurance and also retirement services. Tata AIG was ranked 40th largest company in the 2014 Forbes Fortune 500 list. The Fortune 500 list is a list of companies, 500 list of companies by the Fortune magazine, which has ordered according to the total revenue. So AIG ranked 40th largest company in the list. Also, according to 2014 Forbes Global 2000 list, AIG is the 42nd largest public company in the world. Forbes Global 2000 list is also a list of 2000 companies according to the revenue, listed according to the revenue. And AIG has common stock is listed on the New York Stock Exchange as well as the stock exchanges in Ireland and Tokyo. It has around 1,16,000 employees and 88 million customers. So the case study is included the fraudulent activities by AIG and General Insurance Reinsurance Corporation. This slide shows the overview of General Insurance Corporation. It is a global property or casualty and a life health reinsurance company offering a range of reinsurance products and services. This company is established in 1921 and headquartered at Connecticut, which is in US, and is a member of Berkshire Hathaway Inc. group of companies in America. That's the real case. This slide shows the real case by the AIG. AIG is caught in scandal for fraud and accounting with the help of General Insurance Corporation. In October 2000, AIG announced a decrease in the loss revenues by $59 millions, which was followed by a drop of 6% of the stocks in New York Stock Exchange. According to investigations, AIG reserves were too low. This resulted in criticism from Wall Street analysts. The analysis say that the AIG reserves were too low. That means its financial health is very low. So at this situation, the AIG seek help from Genre Corporation and they make to an agreement. This slide shows the agreement between the AIG and the General Insurance Corporation. To quell the criticism, the top executives of AIG sought help from General Insurance Corporation, and the General Insurance Corporation structured two swap transactions to help boost AIG loss reserves. The transactions was each in 2000 and in 2001 by a dollar of 500 million premium by two sessions in 2000 and in 2001 as a dollar 250 each. So there is no actual risk referred. The transaction is not an insurance deal according to insurance accounting 2001, which means the dollar 5,000 million should be categorized as income on its income statements, and it is transferred. The reserves are the dollar 5,000 is transferred as claims. So as a result, the balance sheet showed a false increase in loss reserves while the income statement showed a wrong increase in income in the fourth quarter in 2000 and first 2001. So AIG did a fraudulent activity and cheated the investors and also the government. This is not the first time which the AIG cheating the public. Many illegal activities are already done, like assisting clients in manipulating the statements and bid rigging, etc. Thus, the second fraudulent activities was the global financial crisis in during the global financial crisis in 2008. During the financial crisis in 2008, people were losing a lot of money and the employment rate increased drastically. Sensing such a non-availability of funds, banks decided not to give loans to individuals or business firms. As a result, businesses were highly affected during this situation. So the AIG found this as an opportunity to maximize its profit by finding a loophole in Basel II regulation. Basel II regulation determines how much amount the banks are supposed to keep with themselves. They used somewhat called a credit default swap. Credit default swap is a financial derivative or contract that allows an investor to swap or offset his or him credit risk with that of another investors. People use this credit default swap uh, to manage risk. So it is an over-the-counter derivative. As a derivative financial product, it derives its value from something else, CDS bonds. So the seller of swap, that means AYG, will pay the banks in the event of loan default. So banks give out money which was supposed to kept as reserve. AG give banks a way to maximize their profit. Also, because of something called market to market accounting, AG was allowed to book the profit from CDS based on accepted profit. They were writing this profit which they accepted to make, and they would write it down in their books and act it as real profit. So in this situation, uh, they as soon as when the market crashed, it had to pay off all the CDS, and they didn't have money to pay off these apps. So the federal government stepped in and loaned AG $2000 billion. And why they did? Because AG is now at the time of fail, in the big fail situation. In this way, the AG cheated, and they get loan from federal government as a $2000 billion. Next, the fraudulent activities were what we called as audit failed. So the AG has external auditor as well as internal auditor. The external auditor was Price Waterhouse Coopers or PwC, and the internal there was also internal auditing. The AAG group cheated by the auditors cheated by not the giving the actual statements and the actual valuation of the AAG to the public, and the auditor quit shortly thereafter also. So this was the third case of fraudulent activity by the AAG group. That's all. Thank you.